Hi, I'm Mia Weinberg, and my business is art. I take you from bare wall to install. So if you see someone who has a problem like this, I can help. I can make it look much more attractive, whether it be a condo lobby or a senior's residence or a business boardroom. I can help find the right art for the right location. This is a senior's residence in Surrey where I supplied 70 pieces of art, original reproduction pieces plus historical photographs depending on the area and what they wanted. So I can find work that fits with the colors of the walls. This is the Jim Pattison Surgery Center in Surrey. I supplied the first 25 original pieces of art for this location. This happens to be my art. They're original paintings, and I have paintings here by this particular artist. This was for the UBC Medical Student Library at Royal Columbian Hospital, where they wanted some historical photographs. So I did some research and found pictures from old anatomy books and had those images matted and framed. This is a location that some of you may recognize. It's one of the walls at Mr. Brownstone. Yeah. And part of what I do with clients is I can show them sort of what things could look like if they chose a certain piece of art. So that wall could look like this, and it slides a little faint so you can't see the vibrancy of the colors. This is a piece on lacquer, actually, so I've got a piece by this artist here. This is another one of his pieces that could also give a different feel to that wall. It really depends on what the owners want to do. I haven't had a chance to talk to them about what atmosphere they're looking for. This is what they have on one of their walls now, and I have a certain critique on these things, and this is an option of how it could look. So these are some of the artists that I represent, different types of work, original paintings, pastel drawings, photos from orchards in the Okanagan. It really depends on the client as to what images would be appropriate and in what medium, whether it's photographs mounted on plexiglass or paintings on canvas. This is a new artist of mine. These are beautiful panels that he's painted, and they're resin coated, which gives them a really nice sheen. So think of me when you see something like this, bare walls. Anyone who's just renovated, just moved into a new home or office, it's a perfect time for me to come in and have a look and see what would work. It can make a real difference as to what's on the walls. Not only just what's on the walls, but where those things are placed on the walls. There are optimal heights for different locations. In boardrooms where everyone's sitting down all the time, you may want things a little lower than you would in hallways where people are walking and tend to be standing up. So if you know property managers who would have discretion over purchasing art for a building, or interior designers, particularly ones who work in healthcare or seniors residences, but in fact any interior designer I could work with on projects where they want to put art. So I'm Mia Weinberg, and my offer to the network is 10% of profit, and my contracts can go up to $20,000. Thank you. Questions? Yes.
Do you, if someone wants sort of classic art but reproductions but in nice frames and stuff, would you do all that work for them?
I can do that too, yes.
So you would be getting the framing done and everything?
I can get framing done, I can get reproductions done, I can get art mounted on board, I can get G-clay prints if the artist is okay with their work being reproduced and someone can't afford the original, or even if they want the original but they would really like one larger, I can either have the artist make one larger, or if the artist is okay with it, I can get it reproduced and say printed on canvas larger.
Did you mention leasing too?
Leasing, thank you. I also can arrange leasing if people want to pay over time, I can arrange leasing for anything, any job above $1,000, I believe. I can arrange leasing. I did a quote for a strata building. They had 400 residents, they had 5 lobbies, and I quoted for original art in all of them, and it would have cost $1 a month for each owner over 3 years to be able to have original art that was tailor-made for their location, that was the right size, the right flavor.
Do you do any work with home stages to make a property look?
I can work with home stages. I don't do that often. Moving art around a lot can damage the work and is very time consuming. But if there was a home stager who wanted to hold some of my work for a certain period of time, I would be open to renting.
And just a testimonial, I think one of the things that I love about Mia is that she makes art accessible. You know, if you don't know a lot about art, it can be intimidating. She actually placed 5 of those little squares for my mom in her bathroom. So, you know, it doesn't have to be like this fancy art thing on your main wall.
Yes, and that's the thing with the artists that I work with. There's a whole range of sizes and price ranges. So.
Do you strategically partner with artists, or are you open to see more?
I'm always looking for what is available. I like to have a long list of what is available locally, but I have a certain number of artists that I work with more on a regular basis. People that I know, whose work I know will sell, and yeah, so those ones will be on my website. Thank you.
Thank you.